Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to another video. And before I start, I want to say a big thank you to all of you that is supporting me, everyone that subscribe and like my video and share. So this morning I want to I want to share my experience that I have. I want to share my experience that I had first time traveling. Okay, so my first time traveling, I had a little problem at the airport. When I got to the airport and I went in like to I went to the part where I went to a line where that line, when you enter inside, you're not gonna go back outside. So when I got there, the line was very long. I had to be there waiting, and finally when I got through, the I have to hand my passport, my daughter passport. So I give them both passport at the same time. So they check my passport first and they stamp it and give it back to me. Then I was waiting for like my daughter passport now. There was the problem. My daughter had two passports, a European passport and a Jamaican passport. So I gave them the European passport because that passport, she don't have to use any visa to travel on that passport. So when I give it to the person at the desk, she looked inside of it and then she was like, oh, she cannot use this passport. Where is the other passport? I'm like, what? Seriously? And she said, where is her Jamaican passport? I said to her, I leave it at home. So she was there. Well, I'm sorry, she cannot travel on this passport. I'm like, seriously? I said, why can't she use this passport? She was like, and she couldn't find a reason why she cannot use the passport. And then she was like, well, we're gonna need the Jamaican passport and whatever, blah, blah, blah. I was like, really? I have to go back home for the passport? I leave it at home because I don't have any intention of her using that to travel because she's going to Europe. Her father is a European, and that passport came directly from Europe to Jamaica for her. So I said to her, I said, well, I'm gonna have to call her father and then you will have to explain like everything to him, why she cannot use this passport and all of that. And then she was like, okay, just hold on a minute. And I was there. She sent me around to another part, to another person to deal with the passport issue and all of that. And I went around there, and the gentleman said to me that I have to sign some paper and whatever. So I did that, and then he was like, I am sorry for the misunderstanding and all of that. So I said to him, why is she telling me that she cannot travel on this passport and there is nothing wrong with the passport? So he was like, I am sorry. I am sorry for her mistake. Maybe she didn't understand that even if you have like two passport, you can choose whichever passport you want to use. Because if a person have like dual citizenship in they can choose whichever passport they want to use. So the gentleman said to me, okay, have a safe flight, because they know that if they stop me from traveling, I would, and I miss the flight, they would be in trouble. They can lose their job because there is nothing wrong with the passport. The child has dual citizenship. So I was there and I went to the part where I have to remove my jacket that I had on, my shoes, my daughter's shoes. Guys, it was so um trust me, it was so much for me because it's my first time traveling and I didn't understand like anything. First they tell me, oh, take off your jacket, and I take off my jacket, I see other people taking off their shoes, so I have to take off my shoes, take off my daughter's shoes. And after I went through the thing that scanned my body, I bring my daughter through it also. So I had to like put on back my shoes, her shoes. When I look, it was just me and her. I was there like I was nervous. I was struggling to put on her shoes and all of that because her shoes have lace, and it was like too much for me alone. And if I had like somebody else there with me that experienced the had experienced already, then I think it would be much better. But well, I'm glad I have that experience. And after I, everybody that is going on the same flight that I am taking, they already gone ahead, way ahead of me. So when I go up the stairs, I don't know where to turn, I don't know where to go. I was there looking, and I was there looking around, and there were some shop that sell snacks, Jamaican t-shirt and souvenirs and those things. So I went to one of the shop. I asked them. I told them the gate that I am going, and they point to me and said, "Okay, go that way, turn right." And when I go, there was another line, one hell of a line. I'm telling you, the line was so long. I'm like, oh my God, I have to wait in this long line because, guys, I am not so much of a patient person. I don't really have that much patience, like to stand in a long line. And I went there. Then 15 minutes I was there standing. Then my daughter said she want to use the bathroom. I'm like, oh my God. So there were some black people in the line, and you have some white people. They were there talking in Italian and whatever. So when I said, okay, maybe they don't speak English. So I am assuming that they don't speak English. So I went to this young girl. She had her son, and she was there talking in Italian also to her son. So because of her complexion, I was saying that okay, maybe she speak English. When I go to her, I ask her, do you know where the bathroom is? My daughter want to use the bathroom. She was like, um, she was like, speaking in Italian. No, no, capito. Not. I was like, oh my God. And she called somebody else, and that person came to me, and I talked to them, and they were like, I am sorry, we don't speak English. That's the only thing they know in Italian. I am sorry, we don't speak English. I'm like, oh my God. I said, okay. And I leave and I go back to, there was a shop there that sell like snacks and stuff. So I went there, I asked them for the bathroom, they showed me the bathroom. When I get back with and then I had the bags, so I take like a little while to get out of the bathroom because I have to put the bag down. I didn't want to put it down on the ground. I have to find space to put the bag. And then for me, I don't let my daughter use public bathroom, but she want to use the bathroom. I have to put down the bag. And guys, if you if you see what I did, I lift her up over the toilet for her to use the for her to pee. So after I finished, I pull up her clothes. I came out. The persons that I was behind, they were they already gone through the gate, and I went up there because the line, it was confusing the way how the line set. So I went to the gate where you have to pass there, you go in exactly to the plane. So I went there and I asked, there was this lady, she have on you can tell that she's working there because she's directing the persons where they're supposed to go. So I went to her, I said I was in the line and my daughter wanted to use the bathroom, so I had to leave the line to go to the bathroom. And she asked me where I'm going. I tell her, and I tell her the airline that I'm taking, and she said, "Okay, you can go this way." When I go inside, I managed to get inside the plane. I get inside the plane. I find my seat. Okay, so when it was dinner time, they bring dinner and all of that. The glass that my daughter was sleeping, because I think it was like 3 hours after we get dinner, because the flight, it was I think 12 or 13 hours flight. And when I get the dinner, I eat my dinner first before I wake up my daughter, because I have to feed her, and then the food would get cold, and I don't like to have cold food. And they bring some Italian food, and I'm telling you, it was nice. It was my first time eating Italian food. I don't even know the name of the food that I was eating, but they had even potato and some stuff. And when I wake up my daughter, I feed her. I was trying to feed her. She said no, she don't. She only just tastes it, and then she said no. So she said she want the juice. I take the there was a glass that they serve us in the plane, and the glass, guys, it was so thin. I almost thought it was a plastic when I just saw them bring the dinner. I thought it was a plastic cup. It was when I take it up and I drink, I realize when I take it up that it's a glass cup. The cup is so thin. And guys, after I give my daughter the, I was there feeding her with the juice because she said she want the juice. Guys, the glass break inside her mouth, literally break off, like the whole part that she had her mouth on, it break. And she didn't swallow. She was like, because she feel the thing in her, she felt it break. So she was like, and all of the water was running out from the two side. And I quickly put down the food and everything, and I hold my hand like this under her mouth. And she was, I said to her, spit it out, and she spit out the glass. I get napkin, I wipe her mouth out. Later I take her to the bathroom to wash her mouth out. And then there was a lady beside me before, when I had my hand like this, and she was there looking, because during the flight she was there talking to my daughter. She don't speak English, but she was there talking with my daughter, playing with her and stuff. So when she saw that, she quickly grabbed her phone and take a picture. And then she called the flight attendant. I went to the bathroom, I washed her mouth out and stuff. And the lady, she was upset about the issue, because she was saying that, there was another person like in front, and she asked them if they speak English. And unfortunately, one of the person that she asked said yes, she speak English. So she was upset about them giving me this glass for the child, because the lady was saying, why didn't they give a plastic cup to the baby, because she's little. And guys, my heart, when that glass break, trust me, it's like my heart just jump out of my through my mouth, and then it go back in. I was so shocked. And then the flight attendant came. She asked if she was okay, and she called. I think it was some person that is, I think another flight attendant, that she do medical check and all of that to see if she is okay. And even while the plane was flying, every time she came and she checked on me to see if my daughter is okay and all of that. And I'm telling you, it was very frightening, because even while I was on the plane, I'm like, what if she swallow? What if she swallow any of the splinter? And then I'm like, oh no, she don't. I don't think she swallow any, because as soon as she found out that the glass breaks, she was like, and she didn't swallow the water, and everything was running out. Guys, it was so shocking. And even after I was leaving the plane, they told me to stay back. And then everyone went off the plane. I was like the last person to get off the plane, and they were there asking me if I'm okay, asking if she's okay, and all of that. And they were there apologizing, I'm sorry for this and that. And then guys, before that, the other meal that they bring, they didn't bring any glass. They bring plastic cup. So I was saying to myself, they had plastic cup, why are they giving, like, because they know everyone that is on the plane, and they know that kids travel on the plane. So why didn't they give the plastic cups before? So yeah, that was my experience. And yes, when I reached to Italy here, and I had, my passport is a Jamaican, my daughter is an Italian. when I reached, and I reached to Milan, and then you have different lines. They said, okay, if you have a European passport, you have to go to that line. If you have another passport, you have to go to another line. So I was like in the middle, because I have a European passport for my daughter, Jamaican passport for me. And I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna go to the one that says if you don't have European passport. I went directly to the line that says European passport. When I got there, I give my passport to the person over the counter. I give both passport at the same time. I didn't give one first and one another time, because I was afraid that they was gonna say, okay, you can deal with this passport here, and the other passport that is not European, you have to go that side. But they didn't say that, so I was glad. So the man was asking me some question, and he was talking in Italian. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? That's what I am saying in my head, because I don't understand like nothing. The only thing I understand is buongiorno and yeah, just buongiorno. So when he realized that I don't speak Italian, he was like, okay. And then he stamped the passport and said, okay, you are free to go. So I leave and I go to get my luggage and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my experience. That's my experience, first time traveling. And the flight was good. My daughter, like, she sleep out most the journey. I have to, like, whenever they bring something to eat, I wake her up. But she sleep out everything. And guys, trust me, I was doing okay, and because the flight was so long, I was so uncomfortable sitting down one place. My daughter, she was lying down in my lap, and I sit down until I cannot feel my bottom. Trust me, my bottom, it was so numb that I couldn't even feel anything, because I didn't get up unless like I'm going to the bathroom.